Welcome back to the Untitled Gaming News Show. In this episode, we've got yet another gaming conference recap of the Summer Games Fest, news on The Last of Us, Call of Duty MW2, and the ill-fated Diablo Immortal, so stay tuned. I'm the Gaming Addict and welcome back to the Untitled Gaming News Show. Let's get right into it. Thursday was day one of Jeff Keighley's Summer Games Fest, and while it was admittedly pretty there were a few nice reveals for previously announced titles. Naughty Dog and Sony announced a remake of the smash hit The Last of Us Part 1. Yes, that is remake and not remastered. Naughty Dog has reworked the game from the ground up to graphically match their original vision, including new models and facial animations, while keeping the voice performances the same as the original. It will be intriguing to see the original game without the technological restrictions placed on it by the PS3's hardware, as I'm sure that hindered the team greatly when they initially worked on the first title. We will be able to see their full vision when the remake releases for PS5 and PC on September 2nd of this year. Naturally, that was not the only Last of Us news that Naughty Dog had to share, as they gave us a long-awaited update on The Last of Us Part 2's multiplayer mode. Back in 2018, it was revealed that The Last of Us Part 2 would be getting a multiplayer mode with little to no details on it. But now, co-president of Naughty Dog, Neil Druckmann, has announced at SGF that the multiplayer component has since expanded into a fully standalone game with a showcase of some concept art. The concept art reveals a new location, which seems to be San Francisco, teased by what looks like the Golden Gate Bridge in the background. Unfortunately, we'll have to wait until next year to hear more about the new game. Next up, Focus Home Interactive, the developers behind the A Plague Tale series, has announced a new game within the massive Aliens movie franchise with a cinematic trailer. Aliens: Dark Descent will seemingly be an isometric squad-based tactics game that will explore a new story set in the ever-popular Aliens universe. No gameplay was shown other than a small snippet near the end of the trailer, but the game will be set to release next year. Bloober Team, known for their games like Blair Witch and last year's The Medium, revealed their next game to be Layers of Fears, the next entry in their Layers of Fear series. While many were assuming the studio would announce a new Silent Hill game due to many rumors from the past 2 years, to many people's pleasure or displeasure depending on your opinion of Bloober's take on horror, the announcement was for a new Layers of Fear game. The psychological horror title will be made in Unreal 5 and is set to release on all current-gen platforms and PC in early 2023. Fort Solis, a space thriller mystery game by Fallen Leaf Studio, was announced. The game stars Roger Clark, aka the GOAT Arthur Morgan from Red Dead 2, and the beloved Troy Baker. It is said to be a single-player, third-person thriller taking place on Mars. It will have a story that changes based on your decisions with several different outcomes. No gameplay was previewed in this cinematic trailer, but the game is now available to wishlist on Steam with no current release date. An indie sci-fi horror FPS announced an entire decade ago, Routine, has revealed a new trailer. The short trailer shows off a bit of the eerie space setting along with some menacing robotic enemies. The game's soundtrack is also being done by the legendary Mick Gordon, who gave us one of the greatest, most intense soundtracks of all time with 2016's Doom. As a man of culture that loves sci-fi shooters, this intrigues me greatly. While no release window or date was given, it will be released on all Xbox consoles, Game Pass, and PC. The Warhammer 40k spin-off, Darktide, received a new extended gameplay trailer. The trailer shows off the action gameplay, which is akin to the popular Vermintide series, but Darktide has a more dark sci-fi vibe to it, with laser guns, code puzzles, and more. You'll be able to slay hordes with your friends in this co-op first-person action game on release on Xbox Series X and S, Game Pass, and PC on September 13th. For the final announcement we cover here, Digital Extremes appeared to give a small preview of Warframe's newest expansion, the Duviri Paradox. The expansion, first teased back in 2019, is set to give the game an actual open world for players to explore. Though we didn't get much from the trailer, we'll be able to see and hear more next month on July 16th at this year's TennoCon, where hopefully we'll also see cross-play and cross-save updates, please. Anyway, that is all we'll be covering for the Summer Games Fest in this video, but you can head over to summergamesfest.com to tune in to all the weekend's events and announcements. For the traditional news, as summer passes without an E3, we've gotten news from ESA CEO Stan Pierre-Louis that E3 will make a return next year. This time around, the event will not only be happening digitally, but also in person as in previous years. While the dates have not been announced yet, it is nice to see that E3 will continue to appear alongside all the other Summer Games conferences as usual. Last episode, we discussed the first Diablo mobile game, Diablo Immortal. Since then, the game has received severe backlash, but not only by fans, but also critics as well. The center of the criticism seems to be towards the disgustingly predatory pay-to-win nature of the game. It seems as though the in-game and progression are tied to a few different currencies and materials, with the most valuable being legendary gems and crests. The legendary gems are how players upgrade their characters, including adding buffs, increasing attack power, or skill power. How can you get these legendary gems? There are several ways, most of which involve spending money in the game's marketplace. Not only does the game have loot boxes in the form of crests and elder rifts, but there are also several other forms of microtransactions, including cosmetic packs and bundles, a premium battle pass, and even a subscription service. If a player chooses, they can easily collect the best items in the game and max out their characters significantly faster if they use any or all of these microtransactions. To make this even worse, YouTuber Belular News pointed out a post by Reddit user Damien where it was calculated that fully upgrading an in-game character would cost $110,000. That is a ridiculous number. All of this has culminated in the game receiving the worst Metacritic score for a Blizzard title ever. If you want a more detailed overview of the backlash, I recommend watching these videos from Yang Ye to get a complete understanding of the situation. Next up, it looks like Call of Duty will return to Steam with this year's Modern Warfare 2. In October, the title will be coming to Steam, but with a slight difference from any of the previous Call of Duty titles. MW2 will be $70 on launch. As we've seen gas and grocery prices skyrocket here in the US, it looks like inflation will now be making its way into gaming. Though this price increase has been discussed since the release of the current gen consoles, could we finally be seeing $70 price base games for major AAA releases? Only time will tell, but like many of you, I'd rather not be paying $6 for gas and $70 for new games. It's absolutely ridiculous. That will do it for the news, and there will be some game conferences in the next few days, and we'll do recaps on those next week. Once again, it's time to bless up all the broke boys and girls with some more game deals. For PlayStation, you guys have several games on sale, including Battlefield 2042 if for some reason you want to waste your money, Red Dead 2, Jedi Fallen Order, Bloodborne, Persona 5 Royal, and more for up to 40% off. For Xbox, you guys have the Deals Unlocked sale where you can get titles like NBA 2K22, FIFA 22, Forza Horizon 5, Resident Evil Village, and more for up to 80% off, so go take advantage and watch out for new sales after the Xbox Game Conference. On Switch, not much is going on, but you can get the upcoming TMNT's Shredder's Revenge for 10% off, as well as the Spiritfarer Cozy Summer Sale where you can get the cozy management game Spiritfarer for 67% off. So if you're interested in either of those, go take advantage before they end on the 22nd and the 19th respectively. Lastly, for the PC deals, we got a lot of good ones this time around. On GOG, we got the massive summer sale where you can get many games from the past and present for big discounts, including Cyberpunk 2077, the original Tomb Raider games, Biomutant, Beyond Good and Evil, I wonder what happened to that sequel, and more for up to 90% off. You got plenty of time on this one as it lasts until June 27th. Over on Steam, we've got a couple nice ones like the Resident Evil franchise sale, where you can get the entire franchise for up to 80% off, including RE8, the original RE4, even the Revelation series. In addition, there are a few individual game sales like Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, the Master Chief Collection, Guilty Gear Strive, and more, so go check those out as well. On G2A, they are having their 8th birthday Tentacle Fest sale, weird name, where you can get games like Minecraft Java Edition, Elden Ring, No Man's Sky, and more for up to 83% off, with an additional 8% off if you use their code 8BDAY, so go grab something there. Finally, on Epic Games, you can get the free game for this week, Maneater, so you can become the next Jaws. Additionally, the Epic Mega Sale is running until the 16th, so you can get games like Sifu, Ghostwire Tokyo, Dead by Daylight, and more for up to 75% off. And that is a wrap for this week's gaming news. Did you think the Summer Games Fest was mid? What conference are you most excited about? What announcements are you expecting? Let me know in the comments, and please like the video if you enjoyed, and consider subscribing for more content. Till then, I will see you guys next time.